For 4 months, I have sat back and watched the NBA world and community plunge into
Bronny
chaos.
James is the worst player in the NBA by far.
Bronny was inescapable. But this moment was special.
The first father-son duo to play together.
This graphic was not. This being a series segment is wild.
Come on, man. Too easy.
And now that the moment has come and gone, I don't think there has ever been a player like Bronny James in the history of the NBA.
And you may hear the chant.
And we're seeing the NBA media and fans all implode in real time in front of our very eyes. So I'm going to look into one of the most controversial players of all time, try to address a real issue in how the NBA world looks at players, which also led me to a dark secret in the NBA's blatant bias, which we're going to expose. And I really wish this just wasn't true. Starting with this. What is up, dudes, stats, ballers, players? It's your boy MJ. If we take a look at second round picks in their first year, so many end up not playing or ending up in the G League, and that's totally fine. That is the process. We aren't looking at a second round pick as an NBA ready player. No, we're looking at second round picks with the potential to eventually become one. But let's get this out of the way first. You might be wondering, do I think Bronny James is an NBA player? And my answer is, I don't think he was ready to be drafted. I do think he has the potential and would have earned it playing one more year in college, because now he's gonna hear the "you're only in the league because of your dad," and that sucks. But were people that bored in preseason that you need this many videos about Bronny? And not just one video breaking down his performance through the preseason or summer league. No, one for every game. And on both sides of the extreme, Bronny is better than 95% of us would ever be. He's just low for the NBA level. Saying he's a useless basketball player is just irresponsible, and the reason why players don't like media. But I guess fair enough, people are trying to eat, and since this is potentially the most minutes we're going to see from him this entire season, but evaluating talent on this is unfair, and it didn't stop there. Now, I recently was behind the scenes with the Warriors. In-person experiences can really help define players more than just behind the screen, and so I asked the channel sponsor Sorare if they would give away some experiences to you guys, and they said yes. They are giving away 2 NBA tickets to our community, a game of your choice, whatever you want, and there's an easy way to enter. But first, I'm gonna build my Sorare squad because that's the first step to enter. Sorare is fantasy basketball reinvented, with collecting cards of your favorite players and teams. And when you sign up using my link, you get 11 free common cards. I chose Steph as my star player, feeling 2022 vibes, but here's my squad that I got for free. Also got Russ, Mikal Bridges. Could you please get your shot back? No, Austin Reeves, he's finally starting like he should have been. Thanks, JJ. Now, Sorare has daily games with unique rules that you make lineups for. And based on how your squad performs in real life is how your lineup is going to perform. But you can also buy higher tier cards to enter pro competitions with cash prizes. I kind of want to get this Bronny card for the memes, but I don't even know if he's going to be playing. Let's go for it. They got a way for everyone to play. So to enter the giveaway for those NBA tickets, it's really simple. Sign up for Sorare using a link in the description and comment your username on this video. The 2 leaders of my team. Might be too young for that. After Bronny's first game, videos flooded YouTube. Lakers demote Bronny James after disastrous NBA debut. Bro, Bronny only had 3 minutes, is a rookie. A lot of rookies make mistakes. Or this video detailing all the mistakes Bronny made and calling him the biggest joke, which again, I understand the take. What I don't understand is we aren't doing that for anyone else. We're not calling out the mistakes of even the lottery picks in their debut, because it's common sense that young players need to develop and you need to give them more opportunities. Instead, Bronny getting called a Make-A-Wish kid? That's tough. A good one, but
Damn!
I'm not going to make a 10-minute video detailing a 3-minute NBA debut where he obviously made a lot of defensive errors, but there was so much noise that I found it exhausting. It's why I wait to make videos, to actually look at this as a whole and not only be reactionary, to not make exaggerated statements, but there was an even bigger problem. It's not just creators, no, it's ESPN, House of Highlights, Bleacher Report, Undisputed. I just saw a headline from ESPN that read, Cavaliers blow out Lakers 134-110 as Bronny James scores first NBA points as dad watches from bench? What? The game recap literally had Bronny's jumper as the first video, as if the Lakers didn't just lose by 24? The memes were true. In fact, the second round of this year's draft was moved to an entirely different day. First time ever. Whether that was in the works before or not, it looks awfully suspicious. Yes, the NBA needs to adapt to maximize, but they also need to understand these sentiments of fans. We're here for moments like this.
I stepped out of bounds?
He stepped out of bounds.
They don't even have that camera angle of the baseline like that.
All I know is I gotta stop.
Tell them about the stop I got on you when you dribbled out of bounds, though.
Now, that was a foul, too. He slapped my whole arm, and we... See,
did they call it?
No.
Did the ref call it?
I mean,
if
I'm not gonna get that call right now. I'm not gonna get that call
foul.
right now. I'm playing against
You're a rookie
guy
anyway.
But not at the expense of covering other deserving players. But we're missing a crucial blunder in all of this, a mistake that has repeated for years that we need to address before we get to their darker secret practice. For years, we have seen the NBA deliberately pick certain players to market and promote. We can go back to Nikola Jokic in 2021, where he had members of NBA media saying this:
I'd take Anthony Davis over Jokic.
Talking about Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets is not good for ratings, folks.
He's boring to me. And I've been saying it since day one.
To the point that Chris Paul was getting pushed for MVP?
What?
But that begs the question, why? At least recently, the thought was that it was xenophobia, that traditional media couldn't accept that the world had caught up.
No, not possible for him to be the face of the NBA. You can't be the face of the NBA if they can't pronounce your last name.
What the hell?
But we can look at more recent examples. Jason Tatum of the Celtics was pushed to be the next superstar, and he did follow through, but Jaylen Brown was neglected, and it was painfully obvious. It reached an all-time low when they won the finals. The camera barely cut to Brown and rather focused completely on Tatum, even when Brown was the one that won finals MVP. I get it, part of this is guesswork, trying to figure out which players are the ones to promote, to invest in, to build into the next phases of the league. However, at times, the NBA has chosen to not invest in a bit of the obvious. Like this year, having this much focus on Bronny only highlights what a horrible job they've done marketing other players in this draft. Besides the Yuki-Zach Edey combo, have you seen a single clip breaking down Alex Sarr, the #1 pick in this year's draft? He played 22 minutes in his debut and scored 2 points, going 0 of 5 from 3. Reed Shepherd barely touched the floor in his last 2 games, playing a combined 9 minutes. But on the flip side, Dalton Knecht has had some good moments, but overshadowed by Bronny. I can distinctly remember pre-draft hype, clips from House of Highlight interviewing the top 24 draft prospects, Alex, Zachary, Reed, Rob, and Bronny.
Thanks for the joke.
But okay, that's because he will bring eyes. Special treatment or not, it's a reality. But his contract, that's another story. Blatantly showing favoritism by the organization, and it becomes obvious when you look at second-round draft pick contracts. And get ready, because this is some of the dark secrets that kind of get swept under the radar. All NBA contracts have a portion of the contract that is guaranteed, similar to the NFL, except a lot of contracts are 100% guaranteed. That isn't the case for second-round picks. Bronny signed a 4-year, $7.8 million deal, of which $4.35 million was guaranteed. But the 3 draft picks ahead of him, Anton Watson, Cam Spencer, and Quinton Post, all signed 2-way contracts for 1 year, $578,577. Bronny's agent and LeBron's friend Rich Paul steered teams away from any 2-way contracts. Weird that a 55th round pick had all that power. This was supposedly so Bronny could also be available for Lakers in the playoffs, as two-ways aren't playoff eligible, but even with the second round picks that signed full contracts, they don't typically have more than 50% guaranteed. In 2023, the Lakers did sign their second round pick Maxwell Lewis to a 4-year, $7.6 million deal, but only with a $3.1 million guarantee, and oh yeah, he was the 40th pick in the draft, 15 spots ahead, which if we look at this year, the 40th pick signed a 4-year, $7.8 million deal. A 40th pick contract is very different from a 55th pick contract. It's 15 spots down, similar to how the first overall pick gets a 4-year, $57 million contract, and the 16th pick gets a 4-year, $19 million. So Bronny has a contract of someone 15 picks ahead, despite already being a questionable draft pick. Again, wouldn't be an issue if Bronny had gotten a normal contract, but this was so that Bronny could play more? That definitely has not been earned, and that's what's bugging me. And look, I'm not mad at LeBron for even pushing for this. He's a dad, and of course he's gonna try to put his son in the best position to succeed. I just don't have to agree with it. I think it could lead to more issues, and I just had faith that he would prove that he belonged if he had taken one more year in college to get there. But LeBron's just being a good dad, and in a league where contracts and money drive players apart, Warriors, it's a concern. But we'll never truly know unless we were behind the scenes with the Lakers. I think this whole situation is bizarre, and I think we aren't spending time on other players enough. I waited 4 months to say this shit, and I feel like I've talked about Bronny too much without enough warrant already. So to me, this is all unacceptable. What the league is doing is favoritism, what the Lakers are doing is favoritism, and I feel like it's setting the wrong example, because we should be rewarding these players on their capabilities, their talent, their potential, and it feels like right now the system is getting cheated. And I'm not sure if there's ever been this blatant of a case than Bronny. So once again, shout out to Sorare for actually giving you guys NBA tickets, and go build your squads right now, try out the game, because it's really fun. The only notification I shout goes to an OG, day one, my boy Armand, who just wants the right players to get their shine, like Siakam for hitting a game winner. Appreciate you. And if you all know about the Warriors' new offensive plan that I figured out in person, there's a video right here. Also, how good is Bryce actually? It's your boy MJ. See you next Saturday at the minimum. We out and we vibe.
Somebody's got to leave the floor. Well, ain't no way Davis goes off.